you tell a woman that I have a big company, I have a 5 cars, I have so and so, at the end of the day, after the marriage, the woman discover all you were saying and lie, you think the woman will be respecting you?
That I think our native elders, they already provide answers to those questions. The area of, let me use my native to make the parable before giving the interpretation. The Aochima said, "Arefero putu, ama arefero yiri." You can lie to deceive a woman to marry her, but immediately after the marriage, you cannot use the same lie that the cheap lies you used to marry her to keep her.
And we're back to Halal Matchmaking. Did say it's a guided matchmaking and relationship program for people seeking halal paths to marriage, and this is being hosted by Kalam Radio in collaboration with Charity Heart Connection. It's the show that creates a safe, respectful and cultural authentic space where people can meet in a very, very good and acceptable way. So I'm not here alone. I'm joined again once more with our special guest and the driving force of this program, which is Nana Hauwa Charity. What do you have to say to our listeners today?
Assalamu alaikum, viewers. I think last week we reviewed our matchmaking here, right? Before today, people have been filling our forms, showing interest about the matchmaking. Hey, please, audience, if you know you are serious, that's when you are filling our forms. If you are not serious, please, we don't want you to fill our form, because you don't want anybody to come and play with anybody's what? Feelings.
Exactly, and that is very important.
So our matchmaking stuff is the serious type. It's not for child play. We are not here to play with our heart. You understand? And we are not here to play with our heart, and we are not here to play with anybody's heart at all. So we want you to come. It's when you are serious, you are come. If you are not serious, please, you can kindly shift back.
Indeed. Guest joining us today on this program, which is Usman Abass. Thank you very much for joining us once again on Kalam Radio. What do you have to say to our listeners today?
Well, this is an educating program and also a family build program where I think this is solutions to people's heart. I call it a solution to people's heart because people face a lot of difficulties in making choice. So, and most people now monetize relationship. Most girls, they monetize it on the ground that immediately you indicate interest, they will see it as an avenue to extort money without looking at the moral implication of their actions. So with this kind of program, with the clear intention, as you are approaching to pick the form, you already know you're supposed to develop a sincere intention before picking the form, and you are not coming here to play. It means that you are moving towards getting into halal relationship that will graduate into marriage immediately. So because of that, I think this is a welcome development, and I pray that may Allah help you people to achieve the greater success. Thank you very much.
Exactly. So we started this program last week, and you said a lot on what you intend to do in this program, and our listeners did hear you. What more can you tell them? Because recently, after that whole introduction we did right here on Kalam Radio, we started releasing the forms, and we see that a lot of people are now responding, and they are waiting until we contact them, but we haven't started doing that yet because we're still gathering the people that are filling the form. So what's your take? What would you tell your listeners, or to those people right now listening and we haven't responded to them? What are you going to tell them now?
Okay. I don't have much to say than telling them to be patient for now. We just started it last week.
Exactly.
You understand? So we want to gather more people so that we can put them, especially people that are not around. We have people who fills the form but they are not around us.
Exactly.
You understand? So there is no way they can come down to this side for the physical matchmaking. You understand? So because of that, those people outside, we are going to put a video call, that's live video call with them, so that they can actually choose from there. We discuss whatever we want to discuss there, and the ones around us, we invite them to the studio. You understand? So that we see physically like this and discuss. Then we do our matchmaking, inshallah. So for now, we haven't fixed any dates for that. We want to have more, you understand, more candidates. I know we are having about 20 something, and I believe we have more than that before next week. Inshallah, next week we are going to review the dates. Inshallah.
Exactly. So because people are wondering now, you're collecting their forms and you're doing this or that, but how would your conversations be like? How are you planning to set that up?
Okay. It's not something that difficult. When someone comes for it, inshallah, we got to ask the person about his or about data. You understand? Of which that's what they're already filling on the form, right?
Exactly.
So we are going to ask them. And the other time I said, whatever we are doing in our matchmaking, we don't tell lies. You understand? We don't tell lies. Because when we set up that day, we actually ask the man or the woman, the girl or the boy, you understand? We ask them questions. And they are going to ask themselves questions. You understand? So we always be there, guiding them, so that they won't lie. Because relationship is somehow, it's not something you start with lie. Whatever you start with lie, you're going to end it up with lie. That's just it. You understand? So if the man asks you question, you got to tell the man the truth. So that if God says you are going to be together, when the person, as you are going, the person won't see you as a bad person, something like that. You understand? Even the lady too. Most men, they do, once they are looking for a wife, they want to tell lie to get what they want. You understand? So I think that telling lie can actually affect the marriage. If it happened, they marry. You understand? It's going to affect it, because if you tell a woman that I have a big company, I have a 5 cars, I have so and so, at the end of the day, after the marriage, the woman discover all you were saying and lie. You think the woman will be respecting you?
Of course she wouldn't. But now we have a guy in the house currently. Do you really agree with her with what she says, that do men like to lie when they're trying to attract a female to themselves, especially for marriage?
Well, the actual fact is that I think our native elders, they already provide answers to those questions. The area of, let me use my native to make the parable before giving the interpretation. The Aochima said, Arefero Putu, Ama Arefero Yeri. You can lie to deceive a woman to marry her, but immediately after the marriage, you cannot use the same lie the cheap lies you used to marry her to keep her. So in that condition, you have to open up to tell her, look, we are now in marriage, we are no longer in a relationship. So we need to join hands together to move the family forward. And moreover, first of all, you have to understand the psychological build-up of the woman you are dealing with. There are people who don't welcome lies, no matter how small it is. There are some women, they prefer you to tell them all the lies in this world. If you want to lie, lie for them. Make them happy. Do everything. But do not play with their emotion. As far as you respect that aspect of their side, they will ignore all the lies and continue with you. Well, there are some who actually did not come for you. They come for what you can offer. If you lie to them that you cannot offer what you cannot offer, immediately they arrive. They discover that those things were empty promises and they are not there. You're bound to have a problem. On that note, I think people's are varies. You understand? Independent of what a woman wants. But me, I will advise any guy, there is no need for you to tell lies. Go for ladies who have interest in you, not the ones that have interest of what you can offer, because life is not smooth sailing. As far as life is not smooth sailing, anybody who can bear with you when you are in difficulties, that person also deserves to be with you when the journey is very smooth. So on this ground, in my own level, my own understanding, there is no need of telling lies. Let the person, if he wants to be, then let it come. You build life together. God, Allah has a lot to bless both of you with, instead of telling lies. So that's my own advice in that aspect.
No, I told you the other time that when it comes to marriage, it's not something you force someone to do. You understand? I said so. It's a connection of the spirits. Remember I said so last week. It's a connection of the spirits. Once a man and a woman, they are on a dating ground. You understand? When the spirits connected, no matter how beautiful the rest women are, that man is interested in that person. You understand? So marriage is all about the connection of the spirits. I said so. You understand me? To me, telling lies is out of our matchmaking. Just say the truth. Let the woman like you if she wants to. Let the woman not like you. If she doesn't want to, she can't go. So it's not by force. You understand? That's just it. That's just it. So matchmaking, this is our platform. There is nothing called lies, because me, I will tell you the truth. You understand? So if you are not taking my truth, don't leave it. If you want to take it, alhamdulillah, there's no problem. Because I always want to see that thing I said is what you are saying for me. The thing I did say, don't say it for me. You understand? So when it comes to matchmaking, we just go for the truth. And the Prophet ﷺ said, when you say the truth shall always set you free. Inshallah. So my advice for the people who are interested in this platform is just the truth. You know, I told you the other time, I was having a sickle cell. That at the beginning he lied to me, but at the end, you understand, I told him to go and bring his blood test and the rest, and discover it was SS, and I quarreled him. I told him, I said, see, you didn't create yourself. It's Almighty Allah who created you that way. So there is no need for you telling lies. What if you not tell a lie and the woman agreed to marry you? At the end of the day, the woman see you having crisis? Do you think the woman will be there for you? That woman will say, one day say, you didn't tell me you are like this, so because of that, I can't stay anymore. The woman can leave you. You understand? It's better you just tell the person the truth, so that when things are coming, the person will know how to prepare for it. You understand? Because if the woman agreed to marry you with your condition, it means even when you are having issue, the woman will be there for you. Inshallah. So there's nothing like truth. There's nothing like telling the woman or the man the truth. Madam, you have done, maybe you were doing prostitution that everybody knows you for. Alhamdulillah. Nobody Almighty Allah cannot forgive. You understand? If you decide to say, I don't want to be, I don't want to do prostitution again, I am ready to settle down with a man, and inshallah I'm ready. The man asks you, what are you doing? Tell the person what you were doing before and what you are doing now. You understand? If the person is going to take, the person will take you. The person will not take you, let the person go. Your own will surely come, because you have already told Almighty Allah that I don't want to do it. This is what I want. You understand? And that will surely bring someone for you who will be interested in you.
Exactly.
Inshallah.
Exactly. Okay. So I do hear some people talk about the fact that, because recently I was checking through social media and I saw someone make this post about the fact that when spouses share their truths, or when people who are trying to get married share their truths, okay, like you made mention of prostitution. Now, this woman used to do prostitution before, and now she left it a long time ago. She doesn't do it anymore. Now she wants to get married to this guy. Now, if she tells him the truth that, okay, I used to do prostitution, and he agrees, and then they get married, They get into the whole process, years have passed, and every single time he'll keep remembering the matter that she used to do prostitution, and probably would be mocking her about it or bringing it up when they argue. So those kind of situations happening, a lot of the people listening to us right now think that, okay, fine, you're telling me to say my truth. If I say my truth and the other person doesn't understand in the long run, what's the point saying my truth now that I want to matchmake with someone?
Okay. It is only a foolish man who will only use those things against the wife. It's only a foolish man. When a man loves you, the man will not want to reveal your secrets. Let me tell you, let me just give you a brief history about somebody. I have a man who married a woman. So this woman, the man didn't know that the woman was still chatting with her ex-person. You understand? When the man noticed it, do you know what the man did? He called the woman and said, come, I marry you because I love you. I marry you because I love you, and I marry you to protect you. You understand? You say that thing you are doing, I know everything. Although the woman didn't know that the man cloned her phone. So whatever she was doing, the man knew. Everything. The woman wanted to argue. The man just said, don't argue. Whatever you are doing with your phone is on my phone. He just reviewed everything. Madam, if you are not ready to marry me, you can go. But in my house, you can't do this. You understand? And I will not tell the second party or the third party about it. It's good. You respect yourself. You just stop those things you are doing. You understand? You know, the woman was the one that ran to somebody and told the person, look at what happened. Me, myself, I'm afraid. I'm not okay again. I don't even know what to do again. Hey, look at what happened. I didn't know that my husband cloned my phone to his phone. You understand? Look at all this and that. I swear by Allah, I will never try such again. This and that. You see, the woman, she was the one that was now, disturbed about it. Not even the man again. If not that the woman told somebody, although the person she told was not just an ordinary person like that can just go out. It was because I was here. The woman didn't even mind I was there, and she was saying it. After everything, the person just told her, you say this thing you just told me. This, I beg you in the name of Allah, repent and do not discuss it with anybody again. Let it end here and let it end. I that heard it, I saw it myself, I have never reviewed it to anybody. I can only use it as an example, but I can never say it. I can never tell anybody who the person was. Don't you think it was because of love that man did it? If not, if the man was stupid, if the man didn't love that woman, he would have just blown alarm and people would just come and start asking. You see, everywhere will be scattered. You understand? Maturity matters. You understand? There are things that somebody will be doing when the person is doing it, and you use maturity to approach the person. The person will just submit to you. Without maturity, you see, the person will take it. The person will take it as something. You understand? And something else. So, in marriage, maturity matters. Do you understand that? Maturity matter. Maturity matter. And I also know of a woman that her husband is a womanizer. You understand? The woman knew. Sometimes the man sleep outside. Whenever the children ask about their dad, the woman always tell the children, your dad worked for road work. And the woman knew where the man went. You understand? And then this woman was trying to stop the man from doing those rubbish. The man was not stopping. Instead, he said, instead of I talking every day, let me just put you in prayer. And she was actually doing that. And she was still telling the man, please, whenever you are coming from where you are going to, always buy something. and pray for the children. So that I will always believe that you are going for what? Good work. That was how they lived till. But now the man has stopped those things. The man was the one who renounced by himself. That was maturity. Maturity matters in relationship, in marriage. It's very important. You understand? When you see a man keep reminding a woman about her past, the man is a stupid man. I'm telling you the truth. Because even the Prophet Sallallahu told us, he said, whatever has happened has happened. He said, do not cry over a split milk. Abi, you know, so a spilt milk. That thing has already happened. Allow that thing to lie. Leave that thing there. And when somebody tell you the secret about him or herself, say you should keep it. Because if you cannot keep secret, Almighty Allah will reveal your secret in this world and in hereafter. You know what wife mean? You know what husbands mean? There are some secrets you still keep for yourself. Very important. I'm telling you. It's not every secret you reveal. A man got to know that his first child wasn't his. How did he know? The child was sick. They wanted the man to donate blood for the child. And they said their blood didn't match. Okay, it happens like that. Your son or your child, your blood and your child's blood may not match. But if it didn't match with it, might match with your brother or your sister or your wife or one of the children. And it was not like that. The man secretly went for DNA without telling the woman. And he did the DNA, the child was it is. If it was another man, if it was a stupid man, what will he do? The man will start casting the woman. But what happened? Because of the love he has for that woman, he called the woman and told the woman, come, this child is not my child. How come? The woman was arguing, said, if you argue, everybody will hear. If you just say the truth, inshallah, nobody will hear. You understand? Because if everybody should hear about this, we are not just trying to tarnish our image. We are tarnishing the image of this child. It's forever. And that thing will always stick there. The thing will not leave. Just tell me the person. That was when the woman now revealed to the mother, you know, I was dating you. I was also dating another guy again. Maybe it was that process I got pregnant for that guy. You know what the man did? The man invited the guy. Man, do you know that my wife has a child for you? The man said, no, it's allowed. The man wanted to raise her. I said, please, do not raise Allah. Do you know what will happen? I will sponsor the DNA. And the man actually sponsored that DNA. He discovered that guy was the owner of that child. You know that the man just told the guy, do not worry, this child is yours, right? Anytime you are ready to take the child, there is no problem. But I beg you in the name of God, do not discuss about this child with people. But you can tell your family member who can keep it for you. You know why? I have raised this child. This child is like my child. I'm feeling this child. I don't want anything that will cause trauma for the child. If you want me to take care of the child, there's no problem. If you don't want me, you can just take the child peacefully. But I don't want it everywhere. That man was a mature man. You understand? The Prophet ﷺ said, keep people's secrets. It's very important. Learn how to keep secrets. If the person revealed the secret by him or herself, it's less for that person. I don't know if you are getting me. It's not all what the eye say, the ear hear, that they say. You understand? There are things that when you say this thing out, it will actually destroy so many things. Why not just keeping it? Then it will be between you and that person and Allah. Finish. You understand? Exactly. When it comes to marriage, maturity is included. We need maturity and we have to be mature. I am not saying all those things I'm saying are good things. They are not. But everybody is bound to make mistake. That's just life. Somebody who has lived in a maybe hotel for 100 years might decide to say, I have repented. You understand? Even to Allah, better can tell Almighty Allah, from now on, I have repented. I don't want to be doing prostitution. I want you to protect and guide me. In that case, we the human, we have to support that person to be protected. You understand that? So I can still remember a man that married a woman from the hotel, Abiba Hotel here in Auchi, and the woman is with him till today. She gave birth to children. I can still remember a woman who an Igbo man married from hotel today. We are very close in my school area. You understand? And that woman did give birth. Do you know what that woman did? She went to their village to marry another girl for her husband. And the girl is the one giving birth. She has given birth to 6 children. 2 girls and 4 boys. She's the one sponsoring their school fees. Doing everything for them. And she's the breadwinner of the home anyway. Although the man is also doing a business, but the business is not that fetching money the way hers is fetching them money. So she's the one responsible for everything. Even the woman she married for her husband, she's the one sponsoring her, doing everything, and the woman is respecting her. She's just like her sister. You understand? And that woman was a prostitute. And the moment she says she didn't give birth, she have to go and marry a wife for the husband. They are living in the same room till today. And whenever I see that woman, I bow to greet her. That's maturity. You understand that? So, to me, in marriage, not to me, in marriage, maturity matters. Maturity matters. You understand?
I do.
If I was a prostitute doesn't mean I can't find a love. If I was a prostitute doesn't mean I cannot renounce. If I was a prostitute, it does not mean I cannot say I want to leave prostitution. I want to be worshiping God now. I want to be a good Muslim. You understand? So nobody on this earth that has never made a mistake. No one on this earth that has never offended Allah, and Allah still forgive us. Then who are we? Do you understand that? It's just that they say women ought to be something else. Men are even worse than women. Don't you know? Men, their eyes are everywhere. You understand? So sometimes they are worse than the women. So it's only God.
Man, do you agree with what she said so far when it comes to like these truths that people refuse to say when they're trying to matchmake?
The actual fact is that when we say we should just pour out all the truth, there are some truths that are harmful to the situation. Yes, it is good for you to say the truth. The first question that you need to ask yourself is, who am I telling the truth? How matured is the person? Is my truth, if I tell this person the truth, is the truth safe? That is the question you have to put forward. And again, when we talk about maturity, we should look at maturity in different angles. Discussing maturity on the basis of marriage and discussing maturity on the basis of trying to know each other. These are 2 different scenarios, different conditions. When you are addressing the issues of marriage, it's totally different from when you are try to familiarize with somebody. You understand? So it is when you are used to somebody, or you and the person who are already in an halal relationship, that is when you feel that confining on that person will be more safe. The reason is, the issue she was mentioning about prostitution and how will I call it, legitimate children, is as a result, even me, if I discover that my wife have a child that is not mine and has been co-opted into my family, believing that she is or is my child, because of my other children, I won't like to discuss it outside. Even if I caught her with another man having sexual intercourse, I will not discuss it with another person on two occasions. Not just because of the woman, because of the name of my children, most especially the female ones. So that tomorrow nobody will tell them your mother was like this. How do we show that you are not like your mother, like daughter, like mother, just to protect that family name? But the truth is, let's go back to Islam, since we talk about the halal relationship. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, know the woman you want to marry, and the woman should know the man that he wants to marry. You understand? What it means is that you are not expecting, you should know everything about the woman. And you should not deceive yourself. You should know if you are dealing with a dog. You understand? If you yourself, you are also a dog. You don't expect a dog and a goat to live together in one home. That is the essence of that. And if you know very well that your secret is not safe in the hands of the person you are telling it to, it is better you remain silent. And moreover, again, most men, I'm using this opportunity to advise the outsiders that we should know that there is no future in the past. You understand? Even in the Quran, when Allah is addressing the nation, He will always say the nation of the past nation. What does that mean? It means that whatever is behind us, we should leave it to be there. You keep on judging people from the moment you people meet, not what has happened, because you were not in that world. How can you ever go to the world you were not present and begin to give judgment? You only bring in your judgment in the world and your own contribution to shape the world. After offering all you can offer to build a new generation, and the thing is not somebody is trying to thwart it, that is when you come up to say, no, you don't supposed to do it, this is how you're supposed to do it. I've been telling you to do it this way. You deliberately refuse not to, but not the word you were not. I don't know if you understand me. So when we talk about halal relationship, if actually we really want it to work, we should not dwell on the past. You understand? You begin to focus on the future. And secondly, you also look at, you want to build an halal relationship, a lot of things have to follow. One, patience, tolerance, and you have to remodel the situation to suit the kind of world you want it to be. It's like you are drawing a plan of a building. You understand? So you also have to consider the second, what people are supposed to consider in marriage, both the female and the male, is, can I live with this man? Can I tolerate this man? How matured is it? How can he solve problem? And how can he handle enjoyment? In these two conditions, if the man does not have ability to solve problem, don't waste your time. It's not always having money and give. If he cannot, because there are some issues that you cannot use money to solve.
That's true.
Think about that. You might have all the money in the world. You understand? You see so many successful women, they don't have a husband. So successful men, they don't have wives. As a result of, they cannot solve problems. Problem comes that at the beginning you might not see them, but the ability to develop that shock absorber, to absorb it, proceed, and you continue, count. Then there is another area again I want us to look at. The area of, when you are talking about matchmaking, talk about the family we come from. Do you know that the family we come from also count?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
How do I may have interest in total that I want you, but your family is rejecting me. After I've confined everything about myself to you, it will go to a point, even when we get married, those people will become people that will still be intruding, bringing small problem. If you are not matured enough to resist them, they might lead to breaking up the marriage. So I did not look at it in totality, that is all about maturity that begin to confide your past on people, but look at who you are dealing with. If you are safe, if you are a prostitute, I don't know of it, fine. But coming to tell me, I've done this, I've done that, we are human beings. You understand? I'm not saying that you should look at, we are human beings. By the time we looking at, so you were in the SKJ doing all these things. Begin to imagine how many, okay, men have, they want to always protect their reputation. You then now visit my house, say, me, you won't understand. You see the man begin to make inquiry. What does it mean? We are friends. They will always confide on themselves to say, this you don't know when you they marry her. So those kind of things are issues where some men cannot actually tolerate. When you look at the story of one of the Sahaba wanted to repent, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told him that he should change location. It has a lot of things, because if you did not say it as husband, somebody will say it to your son or your daughter outside that your mother was like this. So because of all these things, we should mind the way we behave. Our past also have a role to play in our future. Thank you very much.
Okay, in that case, I am not saying it's good for a woman to be doing prostitution. It's not a good thing. You understand? I didn't say that. It's not a good thing. But I am just saying, but if it has happened to the person, then the person still have the right to say, I want to look for a loan. I want to settle down. It's not a bad thing.
You are right. Repentance is part of
it's part
journey
of
to life. We are all seniors.
Yes, so we sin every day. You understand? So one or two things lead person to that, but we always seek for Allah's protection. We Almighty Allah always protect our heart. You understand? May Allah protect our heart, because if our heart is protected, I don't think things like this will come up. You understand? But undermine that nobody is perfect in this life. You understand? So that's just it.
Exactly. So as we wrap up on this program today, because this is where we can take for today, because we need to keep leaving our listeners in suspense every single week. So what do you have to say as a final word to them?
My final word for our audience is, please, if you know you are interested, I am still repeating it, I will always say it. I said it before, I am saying it now, and I will always say it. If you know you are interested in this our program, please fill our form and stay tuned. We'll always get in touch with you. And if there is anything you have doubt, you can equally call us. You understand? So you can call us with this number, the one you see on the screen, and you can actually call us with this one I'm about to give it now. So take it down. 09061907027. You can equally call us with that and also WhatsApp us with that. I'll repeat again, 09061907027. So that's what I have for you today. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
And Mr. Usman, is there anything you'd like to say to our listeners as we wrap up on this program?
Well, I don't have much to say, rather than I think it's also the best way to bring couples together. Don't look at it to be, do I look cheap or am I being rejected? No. Allah have his own ways of bringing peoples together, and undermine your where you are coming from. Also concentrate on the future that you want to have. Well, we know that our past also connect our future, but we should not allow our past to destroy our future.
Sure.
So, and I also encourage you, be bold enough to come out. If you cannot do it alone, you let people who can assist you to do it. So if you have somebody who wants to do it for you, why are you bothering yourself over that you don't have who to marry. And secondly, I want to use this opportunity to advise the ladies that marriage is something that is very, very important on our part. That 70% of a successful marriage or in a car lies in the hands of the women. You understand? So I think they are the homemakers. They should be courageous enough to pick up the phone and make up their mind that they are ready to live in an halal relationship instead of spending their time burning themselves away. So that is my advice, and they should do it in a way within the ambit of Islam, not in the social way, the way we look at it today. Thank you very much. That is my advice. So please follow up with the halal program and the halal matchmaking program. Thank you very much.
So to our listeners out there, this program is not a casual platform. It's not social media dating. It's not even about appearances or temporary excitement. It's more about pure intentions and you willing to build a family. So if you're serious about marriage, do take this step with sincerity. Fill out the form, pray about it, and trust that Allah will grant you what is meant for you. So as we go further in the coming weeks, we will be sharing real stories. We're going to be answering your questions. You could always call in and we'll continue to guide you through this process. But for today, this is where we'll leave you at. So do stay tuned, and if you haven't yet filled the form, this is the time. If you haven't gotten the form yet, you could always call us on +234 8101 269 753 and we'll slide it into your DM. This could be a few steps away from a beautiful chapter in your life. So thank you very much once again, Nana Hauwa Charity. And of course, to our guest here, Mr. Usman Abass, thank you for joining us once again. And to our listeners for staying till the very end, we give you a big thank you. And it is because of you, that's why we keep coming back every single day. So good day to you, and we'll see you next week, Saturday, by 2 p.m.
Digital broadcast, sienten en la FMI.